Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to bring you guys another episode of Building Devaron. Of course, if you are new around here, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss a video whenever I upload. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So, as you can see, lots of progress has been made since my last episode. It's probably one of my biggest progress updates ever for this mock. So let's go ahead and get started with everything that I've finished. As you can see, this roof is completely in place. Some of the lights are a little bit, coming off a little bit, but I'll get those stuck up for the next episode, and it'll definitely be looking perfect for when the mock is complete. And I will turn those on later on in the episode to show you guys what it looks like. But down here is the exact same as it was last episode. I still have the elevator here with the working lights. But I did have to add these support pillars in order to support the weight of this thing. It is really, really sturdy, the second floor. I originally only had 2 pillars, but then I also decided to put in this third one once I added this wall, which made it a little bit heavier in the middle. So I thought I'd do that just for some extra support. But I also do think that those pillars kind of make the mock look a little bit more complete, in my opinion, because they kind of look weird if there's just a floating floor, maybe. So those pillars make it look a little bit more realistic as well. But I'm really, really happy with that, as well as the pipes on the bottom. Those look really, really cool as well whenever I add on the second layer. But now let's go ahead and talk about the roof up here. As you can see, I've added some design in the side just a little bit. It's something similar that I did to Salukamai. So that looks really, really cool. And then I extended the elevator over here, and these have working lights in there as well, and I just need to get a sticker to put there like I do have on the bottom. But as you can see, the floor up here is not quite as tall as the other one. That's because the mountain can really only go up, it can't go up much higher than this, because I want to have something, I want to add something else, like maybe like a little AC vent kind of type of thing. Someone mentioned that on my comments. I'm not sure who that was, but whoever did that, thanks for that comment. So I might want to add some sort of AC vent. I'm not too sure, but I thought I'd just play it safe. And the roof doesn't need to be much higher than this anyways for the upstairs, because I do plan on adding another section of the base, like a whole above ground base. It's not going to be massive. That'll be like the command center type thing, but we'll worry about that in a later episode. So I do need to save some room up here in the possibility that I might do that. So that's why the roof isn't so high, and that's why this elevator shaft here isn't as high as it is on the first floor. But let's go ahead and go look through this room. Over here I have some of those familiar looking panels here, like light panels that you see all in the movies and the Death Star and all that type of stuff in Imperial mocks. So that looks really, really cool. It's my first time trying to attempt that. Thought it came out pretty nicely. We also have these, whatever you want to call them, pillar things, just kind of break up the white and the lights over there. So I think that looks really, really good as well. For the rest of this room, I kind of just experimented, just kind of putting random stuff in random places, thinking it might look good, and it did turn out really, really nicely in my opinion. Give you a better look at this wall. Got some Imperial logos there. We also, if you notice, we've got some on the ends of those as well, which looks really, really cool. And as you can see, we also have a window. Very, very cool looking window. I'll actually try to show you the other side. I don't want to flip this thing around because I have to do a lot of things in order to get this mock to be supported right. I originally just had it on the table, and since it's a plastic table, it kind of bends in the center because it's kind of big. So I had to get a board. I originally had a board, but then the roof wasn't lining up because I actually used a level and it wasn't quite level. So I had to add I used some shelves underneath that to make it more sturdy, and then I also had to put some Lego magazines right there to finish it. But I'm actually getting a wood table in soon. I'm going to be kind of rearranging my room a little bit. I'm going to be getting rid of one of these tables and then having that wooden table, which is a little bit smaller, but it can also be extended, so that's cool. But moving that in the center of my room so I can fully walk around the mock and I don't have to move it around or anything like that, which will make it a lot more accessible and easier to do and film for you guys. So as of now, I'm not going to be rotating the mock around for you guys to look at. You'll have to wait till the next episode. But I will do my best to give you guys a good view of the mountain and the windows from the outside. But continuing on with this room, we do have this little pathway right here kind of marked out with some white tiles. And in here, I kind of just want to have it kind of like a... I'm not too sure yet. I might do like a barracks. I might just do like a hangout area for the Imperial Stormtroopers. I'm not too sure yet. But it is going to be somewhere for the Stormtroopers to be. Whether it be a barracks or like a eating area. I don't know what it's going to be yet. But over here, I do know what this is going to be. This is going to be kind of like a conference room, meeting room type area. And I'm really, really happy with this room as well. As you can see, I do have this one fully tiled. And this one is not yet fully tiled. I do have to get more tiles, actually. I thought I had a lot of tiles, but they seem to kind of disappear on me. So, I'm going to have to get some more tiles for that. But at least this part looks really, really good right now. And I also built these cool tables to go in there, which I'm pretty sure what they're going to be like. I also experimenting with some chairs, which might change. They might not, so we'll have to look. But yeah, this is basically going to be a conference room. There's going to be a ton of chairs with like officers and stuff meeting in here, talking, that sort of stuff. And actually, we missed this wall right here, which actually has a door on it. And this door is not functional whatsoever. It's just supposed to look cool. And I think it does its job pretty well. As of the wall design for this side, I kind of went for a more fancy type of thing. So there's more architecture and that sort of stuff than just kind of random things. Because this is a conference room with lots of important people in there. Kind of some nice designed pillars there. I didn't really know what to put over here, so I thought I'd just put some screens there, some kind of like hologram screens that they can use. Also have some more pillows over here, which I don't have the 1x2 bricks to put in there yet. They also have a similar design over here. I didn't have enough room to put these things in there, so I thought I'd put something with the Imperial logo on there as well. But under here we just have some of those grill plate type looking things with a white barrier around them. That'll look kind of cool. Kind of breaks up all the gray as well. And if you're wondering why I have these kind of gaps in here where there's no tiles, that's because that is where the panel, where all the wires go out from. I think it's just, you just call it a panel, a control panel or something like that. I'll actually go ahead and open it up. You just got to stick a brick on here, and you should be able to lift it up pretty easily. I kind of broke it there, but it doesn't have all of its tiles attached anyways. So there it is. It's where all the wires go out from, and they go all throughout here. I have another one right here, so I can connect it to all of these lights as well. So doing these wires was kind of tricky, and I did actually mess up because I forgot to put one coming out of here so that I can connect it with the battery box whenever I have it out and with all the lights up here and that sort of stuff. So I kind of had to tear this down a little bit to get that up and working, but everything went back together just fine. But that just about does it for the whole base here. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions that would help me make this base look even better. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and try and show you guys the outside, and then we'll go ahead and look at the mock with the lights on. So here is the best angle I can give while having the mic close to me, but I'll go ahead and show you guys some better angles in just a second once I'm done talking. But I built up the mountain quite a lot. It is pretty much all the same level now, except for this end over here where I still have to build above this window. But hopefully you can get a good look at how the windows look from the outside. I think they look very, very cool. Once I get this mock flipped around and I get the table where I can walk all around it, I think it'll look even better. But I still have to do some rock work around it as well. There's kind of some gaps, but I'm really, really happy with how it's looking. So here's a look at this window. I think it looks really, really good. This one is pretty much complete with the rock work. I might go through and edit a few things once I can walk fully around it with my new table. But as you can see, all the rock work up there. I think it looks really, really cool. And there's that window again. Really, really happy with this design that I came up with the wedge pieces there with the slanted windows. I think it looks fantastic. And of course, when this is all cleared off and I finish up the vegetation and stuff out here, I feel like it'll look 10 times better than it does now. So here are the lights turned on. The reason I didn't turn them on originally, because right now I have to have the battery box sitting there so I can turn them on. So I want to give you guys a look at the finished thing before I ruined it by lifting up that panel. But here are all the lights down underneath. Obviously it looks a lot better when there's not a light on in the room and all my other lights to brighten up the mock and that sort of stuff. But these lights are actually my older lights that I had. I ordered some new ones from Brick Stuff recently. That actually did change the color of the light. If I go ahead and turn off these lights, you might be able to see it a little bit better. You can't really tell on camera, but in person, luckily you can't really tell on camera, but in person you can kind of tell these ones are a little bit warmer than these. It's not a huge difference, but you can definitely tell if you look. But it's not really that big of a deal, in my opinion, because on camera you really can't tell that much. And there's another look at those red lights under there and the new ones up here. But overall, I'm really happy with the lights, and I think they came out great. But that just about wraps up this video. So if you did go on to enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a like. But other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!